craft, there's this mural. I have a couple of cards that I want to share with you that I created. And I follow several designers from the G45 team. I just love the paper line, and they have a group of ladies that are just so talented. One of which is Gloria Stingel, and the other one is Arlene, My Butterfly Kisses 12, which is like a pioneer to crafting, in my opinion. So both of these ladies put out a tutorial, and I followed Gloria's tutorial and made a Halloween card, and I followed Arlene's tutorial and made a Christmas card, and then I just went for myself and made a winter card. So let me show you. Now, Gloria Stingel is on her G45 papers.typepad.com. You could find a lot of her work, and I found this card, and it was a tutorial, and you can print it out. And this is not the actual tutorial, but it looks like this when you print it out. It'll have the designer's name. It gives you all of the supplies that are needed, and then you can just print out the color copies, or black and white, and it's step by step on how to create these beautiful projects. So the one I printed out was a Halloween card using the Steampunk Spells paper collection, and I created it last week. I actually made 2 of them, but it's a cute 5.5 by 4.25 card, and I happen to have some of the papers left from this collection. I just cannot get rid of it, even if it's like strips or a little bit of embellishment. I have a hard time getting rid of it. So this was literally made from scraps, and I pulled out the Martha Stewart punch, that blood dripping punch there, and just did some fussy cutting, and so cool. Now, I didn't have any of these embellishments, which are the banners and things like this, so I had to cut them out myself with paper, but I did have some of the chipboard pieces. It's just a really cute card. She did a fabulous job on it, and where she used ribbons, I just pulled out some seam binding that I had, just a little piece here, and created that bow. And then when you open it up, believe it or not, this is elements from a Recollection Halloween collection, because I just didn't have any more stuff. So it's a really cute card. I love the colors. They just pop, the black and white with the pattern paper with those owls. So cute. So thank you, Gloria. I enjoyed following the tutorial. It was very, very easy. Now, the second one I made, I followed Arlene on her blog. She has a blog, which is butterflykisseswithlove.blogspot.com. And yesterday she did a tutorial on some Christmas cards. Now, she is using the newest Christmas paper collection from G45, which is A Christmas Carol, which I don't have yet, but I did have, again, scraps and pages from the Nutcracker Suite. Now, this has got to be 2013, I'm so sure. Or, excuse me, it's 2012. Okay, there it is there, 2012. But, this paper line never goes out of style. It's timeless. So here is the card that I created using, following the tutorial that Arlene did. The card is beautiful. You have to go over there and check out. She made 2 of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I do happen to have in my collection petaloo flowers. I always pick them up when I go to my local crafting store. So I had those. I just kind of put it together. I did some layering. I have the doily on here, and it's all distressed. These are some petaloo leaves, and they have some really chunky glitter on them, as well as the flower. And then while Arlene used a lot of G45 staples, I have some, but I chose to pull out some of my lockets and keys from Michael's, and you've seen these, okay, in the dollar spot. So I used that locket there, and I used the middle key here to put on the card. And the key is there, and the locket is behind here. And I also used a button. This is a vintage button that was gifted to me 2 years ago in a jar from Marissa. Hi, Marissa. She gave me this cute little jar. It was all altered. I actually have the jar here. Just reach over here and get it, because I took all the paper and stuff off of it. But if you remember this jar, she gave it to me with a bunch of vintage buttons. So that's what that is there. And I just put a gem in the center, and I did a few sequins. These flowers here, you'll recognize. They are the new ones from the Dollar Spot at Michael's. So cute. I have them in this red and in green. They have glitter on them as well. And the petaloo flowers look like this. I did a haul a couple weeks ago on some petaloo flowers that I purchased from scrapbook.com that had them on clearance. So these probably from that haul that I recently did. And just fun. I used some twine here to tie a 3 flower bow. So cute. The ideas that she has are just amazing. I just love her work. I can't say it enough. So on the inside, I just used again the Nutcracker cutout, and then I made a journaling spot there for my sentiment. Okay, so that was from the tutorial from Arlene, and then I thought, go ahead, Muriel, and make a card yourself. So. And I want to show you, when I say scraps, this is what I have left from the Nutcracker Sweet collection. I mean, I probably have a postcard in here and just some of the cutouts and some borders, and I'm just not ready to part with it yet. So anyway, and then from the Bow Bunny Noteworthy collection, I made a Christmas tree last year, and I did buy this ephemera pack. Excuse me. Bow Bunny Noteworthy, and it just had a slew of cutouts, as you can see. So I still had a few of those left, so I decided to make this card here. And this is like a 6 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. It's a little large, but I made it work. I did some layering of some green and blue paper on top of some black cardstock. And this is the cutout from the collection. So I just kind of worked around that. I did want it to not to be covered up. It says Winter Rules. Here are some little die cuts of snowflakes. And a little die cut back there that says Fresh Powder, and then this film strip, which I have popped up on some dimensions. And then another cutout that says Captured. And then I created this cluster here of flowers. I have some leaves and the Recollections flowers, not Recollections, excuse me, they're Primas. These were the ones that I'm using. Okay, I got these at Joann on clearance. So I have the 2 lavender ones here, and then 1 light blue one there. I have some closed roses, some stems back here, purple and white. I'm using some of these leaves here. Then I'm using one of the dies that I recently purchased from scrapbook.com, Dynamics. This is the 5 petal flower. Okay, so what I did recently is I cut out an image of all of my dies, and I put it in the back so I'd see what it looked like. Well, then I took that white one out and put it along with this card, and I thought it worked perfect. So you can kind of see it tucked back there. Okay, so that is the card, and then I'm just using some thread here, some light blue thread, using the 3-strand flower that Arlene did on her video, which is so cool. I mean, I've done this before, but I don't think I got it that it was 3 strands. So Arlene, thank you for that. Okay, so that's that card there. And on the inside, I just used another piece of the cutout and one of the banners. And I thought I would put winter here, or some kind of letters that say something there on the card. So that is my 3 cards following the 2 designers from G45, And it is so much fun to be challenged this way, and especially when they put out a tutorial. I absolutely love it. So I say to Gloria and Arlene, thank you very much, and thank you all for watching, and feel free to leave a comment down below. Bye now.